Welcome back to the channel. My name is Patrick Thomason. I'm the guy that actually blows up your software. I'm the founder at createmrr.com, and CMRR is my main mission on this channel and in this video to show you exactly how to blow up your software without having hundreds of thousands of users. And I'm only talking about this from proof of concept, from previous clientele, and from previous experience. Now, first of all, let's get straight into the video. I want to show you guys kind of some testimonials as well as what we kind of do here at CMRR. Now, first up, I want to open up with something very quickly. We just got a message yesterday saying somebody was this actually inbound lead. He said looking for a pay performance custom software lead gen. I'm going to blur out his name obviously for confidentiality reasons, but he said, look, I received an email from you. Here's a short story. We do outstanding work, have excellent references, been in tech space 25 years, super high close rate for qualified opportunities, ASP of 100K, average sell price. I need a marketing partner that can actually deliver. I have a good bit of internal marketing material to help, including positioning value props, interested in a pay performance arrangement. Now, if you guys are familiar with how pay performance arrangement works, typically how this works, and when you want to blow up your software, you're looking for marketing partners. If you're in the stage where you actually know that some of the most successful companies actually blow up their software without having thousands of users. If that sounds like you and you actually want to, blow up your software and get more users without having to market to tens of thousands, hundred thousands of people, you need to watch this video. This video is going to be extremely helpful. This video is going to give you guys a lot of actionable game and actionable insights. So what have I told you? Like I said here, you do not need a huge customer base. All you need is a very small amount of not sophisticated deals, but mid-level deals to enterprise level deals. Now, it comes down to four main things: ICP, targeted landing pages, launching ad campaigns, and then nurturing and following up those specific ad campaigns. So what this entire infrastructure that I'm about to break down for you guys means is that you've probably been used to chasing deals all of your software journey. You've probably been used to trying to go to market with a specific strategy. You've probably been trying to build out a product and done a pretty successful job at it because you're at the position where you're at right now with building out a very sophisticated and helpful product to the marketplace. But you probably struggle when it comes down to articulating the value of the product. Now, what you really have to understand, what you have to take into account, I believe I talked about this in some of my previous videos on this channel that's fully dedicated to helping software companies sort of blow up their client base and user base and stuff like that, is auditing your marketing channels. Now, obviously, you don't have to hire us out and have us do this for you. You can obviously do this yourself. But the entire point of me telling you this is because you need to get a baseline of where you're at. If you don't know exactly where you're at as far as marketing, where the consistent amount of eyeballs are actually entering that book in demos or book in clarity calls, or actually just go straight to buying your product or service or your B2B calls. If you don't know where the majority of these eyeballs are coming in from, you have no idea what actually to target, and you have no idea exactly what to help. Now, you might have a pipe that's actually leaking inside of your business. And what this means is that you might have a paid acquisition channel that you're currently utilizing, or you're utilizing a daily newsletter or something, but it's not at the maximum amount of efficiency that it could be, or you're just losing out on a lot of leads because you're doing a poor job nurturing. So this means your content assets, your follow-ups, your ABM structures, things like that. Then you are also losing them in the conversion rate side of things. So from the first time they see you to the second time they see you, there's a drastic drop off. And we've actually seen this in a substantial amount of prospects and clients, businesses that we have actually audited. What turns out is they have a lot of people who have maybe booked in for a software demo but haven't showed up, or people that actually have landed on the demo page but haven't booked in. And there's a huge discrepancy for a multitude of reasons, one of which being the simple fact that your product or service is speaking too much about the product or service. Now, the biggest thing here is dialing your ICP. So if you aren't clear on exactly who you target, nothing's clear. This is very basic one-on-one. The biggest thing that we really want to make sure that we do, not only if you sign with us or you sign with some other go-to-market infrastructure agency or infrastructure business, whatever it is you want to make sure you have targeted landing pages. Now, a lot of software founders believe that you simply need to target the masses, and you have to have these huge go-to-market infrastructures, and you have to have these huge marketing campaigns, and you just have to absolutely kill it. And the biggest misconception here is that, you really just need to have a hyper-targeted ad campaign that just follows up with the people that you really want. So when I say ICP, I mean like dialed in ICP. Like the ICP, your customer profile needs to be extremely, extremely clear, and it needs to be a little bit of a higher level B2B. Now, I've worked with SaaS software companies before who are really first time going to market and who are simply just, they're in the first stages of actually going to the market, and their ICP has to be a little bit more broad because they're obviously more of a B2C software and they need to sell to the masses. But in this specific case, if you are looking to, like in this case, on the LinkedIn example I just gave you from the inbound prospect, he had what? He had an average deal value of about $100,000, right? So in order to, you know, actually target this demographic, we have to have a very dialed in ICP. That's why I recommend every single software founder to have a very clear customer profile, like really dialed in, like this specific person in this specific industry who's making this amount. Because honestly, without that, if your product or service is for nobody, it's for everybody. Targeted landing pages are something that we do a really good job of. I like to kind of replicate what we do at createmr.com in a lot of my clients' websites and landing pages. Now, obviously, like I said, we're the full service solution. If you want all of this done for you, I'm talking landing pages, all your ad campaigns run for you, every single audit looked over, everything like that. We actually do everything for you. Now, I try to replicate this in my clients' businesses, and actually the majority of them, because it's very simple. You have a demo button. You obviously have yourself explain what exactly the outcomes are of the solution and the software that you're selling. Mind you, you're not selling the product itself. Nobody cares about the deliverables. Nobody cares about the hacks. Nobody cares about the way it was coded. People just care about solutions. And in this case, people just care about going to market in the most effective way and increasing their customer base by 50%. So I'm targeting something that is extremely desirable for my customer profile. Like I'm literally telling you, we're going to increase your customer base by 50% or you don't pay in 90 days. Then watch the explainer video and book in a call. And so this converts fairly well, even with cold traffic, because of the simple fact that I literally just lay it out for you. This is exactly how it goes. I show you guys kind of the infrastructure. I tell you guys exactly how it is. So the biggest reason why I see a lot of the previous clients and previous prospects who we have actually dealt with in the past, biggest time when I'm actually auditing them, I see the biggest mistake that they don't exactly dial in who they're helping. That's the biggest thing so far. So really making sure that you have these 3 mechanisms dialed in is going to be key. So last thing, when it comes down to launching ad campaigns, it's very simple. I personally do not run the ad campaigns. I have a marketing manager who does all that. I simply am there. I run everything through and I green flag it. Everything that is with these ad campaigns is extremely dialed in. So I'm talking, in this case, the person on LinkedIn who just responded to me saying that they actually, I'm looking for a pan results, infrastructure or go-to-market strategy, whatever it is. If they didn't know exactly who they wanted, they wouldn't be able to target me. And so I'm positioned as somebody who helps you go to market and stuff like that. And so if I'm able to help out a specific niche, then I obviously run targeted ad campaigns to that niche. Imagine what that can do. Now that was just an inbound from organic. That was not even any paid ads or anything like that. It was just from my LinkedIn, as you saw. And so when you actually launch these paid acquisition campaigns for your software, imagine what it can do when you fully dialed in your ICP, when you have hyper-targeted landing pages with copy that speaks directly to them, when you have highly profitable ads that bring your cost per lead almost down to zero and cost per website visitor or landing page visitor. And then for whatever reason, if those guys do bounce and you don't collect their information, you can still nurture them with outbound marketing strategies and ABMs. And so that is what I want you guys to understand. This is the entire part of build and release. The entire reason why I have the infrastructure business is because of the simple fact that I'm duplicating myself. So in other words, I might not be the best at running paid ads, but I know exactly who is, and I'm willing to compensate for that. I might not be the best copywriter, but I know who is, and I will outsource that. And all these pieces I have come together in the perfect go-to-market strategy and a very cost-effective solution. All these guys that charge infrastructures are charging $25,000 to $50,000 a quarter for enterprise clients, which is totally fine. That's just not me. We have a very low setup, 4 to 5 figure setup for the audits. So this is a lot of upfront work plus the hiring and the talent. So it's an upfront 4 to 5 figures, and the rest is parent results basis. So biggest takeaway from this video is the secret to really kind of blowing up this is really niching down and targeting and doubling down on what's really working. If you look at your highest paying client who got the best results, I want you to write down their exact ICP, who exactly they were and how you targeted them. And from there, you simply just want to replicate that process across all your various marketing platforms. So if you had a prospect that came in straight from a very targeted paid ad to a landing page, or let's say you didn't even have a landing page built out at the time, you were simply running a LinkedIn ad, or you're running a Facebook ad, or you're running some sort of an ad, or you had some sort of a cold outbound strategy, or was from a referral, I want you to think about it very critically. What can you do to really just dial in the ICP? And what can you do to actually make it extremely certain that that same person opts into your stuff again or books in a demo again. Because at the end of the day, software is really just about rinsing and repeating because you already have the product that can scale infinitely. And so it's a matter of acquisition and getting yourself in front of the right people. So if you can dial in your ICP, if you can actually replicate that in the perfect copy with these landing pages, so you can bring the right eyeballs to this page, you can capture the information, you can capture the lead source and everything like that, and you can actually target them in these ad campaigns. Then, like I said before, for whatever reason, if they do bounce, you do have these strategies that you can retain them. So email, the other retention strategies, automations, you guys can use CRMs like Go High Level. I personally don't use it as of right now. Those are just some simple kind of throwing some stuff at the wall, just telling you guys what has worked in the past in a very predictable manner. So with that being said, the biggest reason why I see a lot of software founders sort of struggle in the space, and I hop on a phone call with a lot of these guys, we actually have another phone call today at 12, is it's simply just like biggest issue is not exactly clear on who you're helping and why you're helping them, and selling too much of the product and not enough of the outcome or solution. That is the biggest thing. So like I said, if you guys want this infrastructure fully taken off your plate, we'll go ahead and audit literally every single one of your channels. We're going to gather a bunch of insight and actually figure out a perfect 60 to 90 day plan. We construct this over the course of about 4 to 5 days it typically takes. Now, like I said, that's an upfront charge, about 4 or 5 figures. You guys can book on a call straight down below on createmrr.com. I'm that guy who is going to blow up your software, so you can go ahead and do just that. If not, you can go ahead and watch more videos. Totally up here on the channel. Like I said, if you guys want this fully taken off your plate, and then you want these perfect media buyers and everything installed into your business, these landing pages, paid ads done for you, all the outbound marketing strategies done for you, all the retention strategies done for you, all of the follow-up strategies, all the emails, everything like that as far as retention and acquisition, pretty much dialed in, helping you guys go to market. If you're looking for that, that's perfect. You guys go ahead and book in on a call. Like I said, obviously we'd be able to custom offer if the full infrastructure isn't something that you need. We do that as well, just because of the simple fact that it's easier having half the infrastructure in than nothing in. You know what I mean? It's easier having something actually working towards your business, actually helping you out than not. So like I said, my name is Thomason. I'm the guy that actually blows up your software. I'm gonna leave it off right there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys got some value. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.